everyone, and welcome to our Friday free feel good workout. This is open to everybody, all ages, whether you're working from home, whether you're stuck on the sofa. This is to break up long periods of sitting that are detrimental to our health. Unfortunately, my mother-in-law is still away in India. She's having an incredible trip. So I'm going to be demonstrating both seated and standing exercises. I'd love you all to join in. This is saved on my YouTube channel with the last 3 years of free workouts that we've been doing since the beginning of the COVID pandemic. I'm streaming live on Zoom as well. If you'd love to join on Zoom, I have an amazing community that I will talk to at the end. You can sign up to my free newsletter. We have a WhatsApp group that I communicate session reminders and timings. While I'm talking, feel free to start getting your steps in, either seated or standing. We have also streaming on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, of course. So please share these workouts with your family and friends. Join us for 5 minutes even and get a little exercise snacking, which is going to boost your mood, your immunity. It's going to help reduce risks of so many chronic illnesses, and we're trying to build up to hit the government guidelines of exercise. So let's get started. You know, I have my Feel Good fitness prescription. I'm not a doctor, but this is all about trying to get a lovely, balanced, holistic approach to exercise. We are going to take a seat to start because I always start with my breath snack, and every week is slightly different. So just have a little seat, tune into your breath, maybe have your hands on your lap. You could even place one hand on your stomach, one hand on your heart. And let's just tune in to our breathing. Really just reset the body and the mind, get us ready for this wonderful workout where you're going to be investing in your physical, mental health. Take some lovely deep breaths. Your breath might be quite fast, your heart rate fast like mine. We're trying to kick in the parasympathetic nervous system, so it's the opposite of that fight or flight mode when we've got a lot of adrenaline or stress or we're running around. You made it here today, so I want you to just calm the breath down. You can close your eyes. Try and maybe make your exhales, your breath out, longer than your inhales. We're just going to do this for a minute or two. And I'm going to do a little body scan today, so something different, where we're going to just focus on different areas, starting with our head, our face. I want you to just focus on that area. Relax your forehead, where we're often frowning. Bring a little smile to your face. Relax your whole face. Just let everything just be in this present moment, focusing on yourself. This is self-care for you, your me time. Then relaxing your shoulders, maybe just bringing them up to your ears and doing a little release down as you just get rid of all the tension, stresses. And then relaxing the arms, feel free to just give them a little shake out. Let the blood flow to the fingertips. Doesn't that feel good? Just surrender, let them go. We're always doing something. This is the time where you can just have a minute or two, a mindful minute, just to focus on doing nothing, but focusing on your body, what it deserves. Then relaxing your chest, your stomach even. So try and really breathe in to your belly. Long inhales, really long exhales. Feel it expand. You can put that hand on your chest and your belly to really focus on that really important belly breath. Feel it open out and exhale, release away any tension, negativity. Relax the hips. I know it feels weird, but we're sitting for long periods. They can get very tight even with stress. So relax your hips, your glutes, the big muscles there in our glutes. And then relax your legs. Just focus on maybe lengthening out the legs, just letting everything go, then placing your feet down into the ground. Really ground yourself today. And hopefully now your whole body should be in a state of relaxation quite quickly, within a minute or two. Two more big breaths in and out. Inhale, lots of positivity. Exhale any negativity. And then simply place your hands over your eyes. Just bring a smile to your face. I hope you feel good. And then open your eyes slowly. There's no rush. Let a bit of light in. Keep breathing those long breaths. And then slowly, when you're ready on your exhale, just remove the hands away from your face. Now that was just a couple of minutes. I can see lots of you on Zoom joining me. How do you feel? Do you feel better than when you started a couple of minutes ago? Yes, I can see thumbs up. That is brilliant. Use this technique. It's part of your Feel Good toolkit, as I call it, whenever you're feeling stressed, anxious, anytime you need it. Even when you're just wanting to give yourself a moment before bed, you've got lots of thoughts in your head. Me at the moment, life is very busy, so I use this technique, you're breathing a lot. You don't have to stand. I have care homes, people up to the age of workouts. You don't even have to have a band like this. They're very accessible, bought on Amazon. We also use a pair of old tights through the pandemic when people couldn't get hold of these bands. Anything with a bit of stretch, it gives you that resistance. If you don't have a band, I will show you can do all the exercises without the band to make it accessible. No excuses to join in. I will show you standing. This is the famous shoulder floss. We're going to try and get full range of mobility in the shoulders. You can come up, you can bend the arms. You don't have to go all the way back and round. Just see what feels good for you today. If you're seated, you can do this seated. Now my hands have got a little bit of tension on the band. If you're not using the band, it's simply opening out like big circles, inhaling and exhaling. If you've got the band, we're going to do about 10 of my flossing that I prescribe daily, just like we floss our teeth. I would love you all, especially if you're working from home or if you're studying or if you're just sitting too long on the sofa. Maybe watch yourself in front of the mirror, because this eventual synchronized, like nice and even on both sides, is quite a challenge for even the women that I train face to face in the evenings. A lot of us struggle to get both sides nice and even. We even struggle to get this full range of movement because we're always sitting rounded backs with screens and technology. Now, you guys on Zoom, Facebook, Instagram, give this a go. I know my Zoom lot have been doing this for a little while. I can see couples joining on Zoom. We've got men, women of all ages. I love you all joining in. Can you feel a little burning sensation? Keep breathing. You stop when you need to. This is your workout. If you don't like an exercise, you can just march on the spot, seated or standing. Can you feel a little bit of that burning sensation? It's the lactic acid as we're using this resistance of your tights or your band. And if you can breathe through, we're going to do one more because we want to build muscle strength. And we will talk about strength training, the importance of all ages to do a bit of strength training. I really felt that. We've had a little half-term break, so I don't know if any of you used YouTube, but otherwise today will be a little wake up again for all of our muscles. We're going to open out wide now. So I'm stretching cross body, big exhale. This is again to open out the spine. I will point out I've got this big blood sensor. It's a sugar monitor actually for my sugar levels that I'm doing with Zoe, which is a company founded by Tim Spector. You've probably seen my live with Professor Tim Spector. So they very kindly asked me to trial out Zoe, so I'm doing that at the moment, just in case anyone wonders what is going on here. And it's very interesting. Sorry, I'm doing cross-body stretches. So arms can be forward, or they can be relaxed if they get tired. If you haven't got a band, I'll show you without. Exhaling, inhaling. Let's keep going. So yes, very interesting because it's all about personalized nutrition and how different foods are going to affect my microbiome in my gut, how they're going to affect my blood sugar levels. And it's very, very interesting, I'm finding. Hopefully I will find the right foods that will help prevent the sort of dips that you get when you're eating certain food groups. Really, really interesting science behind it all. Exhale and inhale. Shall we do one or two more? Can you feel that lovely stretch? Giving your body all this movement, mobility snack that it's craving for. You can march on the spot at any point. You can even jog. You can even do it seated. Keep getting your steps in. We're going to do some spinal twists. So I will show the seated option, but you can stay standing with or without the band. Without the band, my hands are just behind my ears and my elbows are wide. My spine is straight and I'm just going to twist round, a small twist. Exhale. Inhale as you come back to the middle. With the band, you've got a bit of tension. So we're going to hold it nice and tight, your tights or your band. Exhale, twist back to the middle. Twisting round. Now, even when I go into workplaces where people are sitting for too long, we have a lot of back pain, tech neck, whatever you want to call it. Simple little snacks like this, a little spinal twist. I'm keeping my belly button in towards my spine. I'm really tightening that and my pelvic floor. The pelvic floor muscles are really important, especially as we age. So if you know how to tighten your pelvic floor, I encourage you to do that during some of these exercises as well. But here I'm making sure I just do a few little twists. I can really feel that in the middle of my back, my thoracic spine that can get tight. Relax there. We're going to have a seat with our bands. We're going to bring our legs into a leg extension. So if you don't have a band, this is one of my favorite exercises you can do anytime. Watching TV, whatever you're doing, you lift the leg off the ground, you tighten the muscles in the front part, which is your quadriceps, and you can point and flex. When you get tired, obviously rest the leg down. If it's too difficult for you, easy option is to do it with the heel down. An advanced option now is we're going to add in our band. If you've got a band or pair of tights, even a belt or a gown tie will do here. I'm holding it quite tight to give it more resistance. I'm now going to try and point and flex. So I'm pointing the toes away from me, and then I'm bringing the toes back to me. Can you feel the muscles that we're working? We're really focusing on that mind to muscle connection. So we're sending the brain neurons down to the muscles that we want to target to get stronger. And there's so much science behind this, but obviously I talk a lot about keeping brains fit as an ambassador for Alzheimer's Society. Really important that we focus on exercise to help reduce our risk of dementia and Alzheimer's. Starting young, in your mid-30s and 40s would be amazing. Did you feel that on Zoom? It's a nice little stretch, right? You can feel it on the front and all the way down. If you're doing it without, just do what you can without the band. Other side, we're going to go for this. Tighten these muscles first. We're going to point and we're going to flex. Now, couldn't you do this when you're watching TV? Yes? Any nods? I know it's really exciting if I see someone, like I say, at work, right? Advise them to keep a band on their desks. But if you keep one by your TV or your sofa, that'll be a little reminder as well. You can just do a little bit of movement here to loosen everything up, to stretch the muscles out and engage the muscles. Rather than just sitting, we can be doing something that helps our overall strength. And relax. Great work. Next one for the legs. If you've got a pair of tights or a band, I want you to tie it round your thighs. So I'll give you a minute to do that. If you don't have a band, all you're going to do is try and step out and in. The resistance of the band is obviously going to add a little bit more there so that you can really feel it. So if you've got some tights or anything with a bit of stretch, go and grab them now if you can. Sitting nice and straight. This is quite an interesting exercise. Even now, if you squeeze out, if you've got the band, can you feel the muscles that you're squeezing out? First of all, we're going to step out and in. Now, adjust the tightness of the band. Mine's a little bit loose, so I'm going to make it a little bit tighter. Target the muscles around your thighs and inner thighs. So back is straight, stomach muscles are in. Give me a little smile, everyone. I want you to enjoy this workout. You do it at your own pace. Can you feel that? Now, the option with people with the band is to go to the first one where I was squeezing out and in. I do think this is more effective with a band, so I wanted to show you the step outs in case you don't have a band handy or a pair of tights. Now focus, squeeze out and in. My feet are sort of grounded, but obviously they lift slightly, but I'm really trying to engage these muscles. Can you feel that on Zoom? Is everyone feeling this? It's quite a tricky one. Give me some thumbs up or down. Good. I can see lots of interaction. Well done, everyone. And 3 and 2. I can feel it now. And 1. You can do more. You can go back to YouTube and practice that after the sessions if you need to. So let's take the band off. And here you have an option. The next 2 exercises you can actually do with some tins, some baked bean, lentil tins, hopefully some chickpeas or some black beans or something yummy like that, something protein rich. I've got coconut milk and green lentils. Or you could use your band because we're going to be doing our bicep curls sitting now. This is a bit trickier. You put it under your foot. Now, depending on the resistance and the length of the band that you've got, or your tights, you might have to put it under both feet. You might have to just keep it under one. Backs are nice and straight. Elbows are tucked in. And we're going to focus on here. This is your biceps, the front part of your muscles. You're going to keep your wrists fairly straight. So I don't want them to bend a lot as you do any weight training or resistance training. We're curling up and we're slowly releasing down. We're not even releasing it off quickly. You're breathing out and in. Now adjust it. Maybe make it easier at the ends. Make it harder if you want to. But focus on these muscles here. I'm going to show you the option with the tins. So again, you stay seated, but I'm showing you how my arms are. My elbows are tucked in. I'm trying to have no gap showing there. And then I'm going to extend and contract. I'm going really slowly, like these are so light, obviously for me, because I've been strength training for years. But if I focus, I can really engage the muscles. And this just shows fancy gym equipment that has no cost associated to my workouts. Obviously, I do have some dumbbells here. So if you want to use tins, we're going to go maybe for about 5 more. But if you get tired, because a lot of you have started on the bands early, just rest and rejoin. Exhale. Inhale. Can you feel it? Well done. I can see Andrew, one of my regulars on Zoom, is standing up and he's holding his weights. He's got dumbbells. Taruna Auntie, I can see you doing your banded curls. Super work. Everyone, wherever you are, even join in for a minute or 2. Can you feel it? I can really feel it. I'm not rushing this negative, this eccentric movement back down. And release. Well done. Did you feel it here? Yes? Thumbs up if you did. Well done on Zoom. I can see you all. If you need a stretch, I'm going to stretch you at the end tomorrow or the day after because we've used those muscle groups. This is a great stretch. Just to remind you, you can do this seated, just lengthens out all of those muscles that we just worked. We're now going to focus on some rows. Now again, this is a bit trickier with a band. I want you to try without anything. So you're going to stand or sit. Obviously stay seated if you're not able to stand. And you're going to squeeze back. And that means you might not want to stand because you're behind Zoom and you can switch your cameras off while you're working from home and do a few of these. What I'm trying to do, I'll show you, is squeeze my shoulder blades together. I'm targeting my back muscles. Can you feel that without any weight? My elbows, my hands are sort of at 45 degrees and then they're coming forwards, squeezing back. I'm squeezing this all together and then releasing. Exhale, inhale. My elbows are staying almost at my shoulder height. Did you feel that, everyone? It's important to feel it and do it properly. Then we can add some weights, or maybe you don't add weights today. Maybe you progress in your own time off YouTube. Now with the band, it's a little bit tricky. You could keep it behind your back, or you can try behind your chair. It's a different type of row. And just be careful with this one, or you can use some tins. With the band, you're going to feel the resistance coming forwards more, but I want you to get that squeeze in at the back as well. Exhaling, inhaling. So this is quite tough. I've got mine behind my chair for a bit of support. So I've got a high back chair. If you haven't got a high back chair, you can put it behind you and you're going to have to hold it quite tight. It loosens up when it gets here, but you're going to still squeeze back. The band is a bit tricky, I admit. So if you've got some light weights, even some water bottles, some tins, start off light always with your strength training. Start off really light and then you can start increasing weight as you progress. Here, I can probably feel it a little bit more, but it's your preference. We're going for about 10 repetitions. I'm going slow, controlled, because I want to feel each repetition. Squeeze, breathe in, breathe out, squeeze it back. Can you feel the middle of your back? This area, squeezing in together. Good work. Seated or standing, let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Your arms should be feeling that. Yes, everyone, did you like that one? Yes or no? It's quite a tricky one. Give everything a little shake. We are going to start when you're ready, marching on the spot. Now today, we're going to do a little bit of cardiovascular aerobic activity, part of my Feel Good prescription. You could just play this part and do a quick snack whenever you have a few minutes in your day. Just go onto YouTube. Please subscribe so you get notified of all my new workouts and content. But just play it back for a few minutes. We're marching. We could be marching seated even. We're raising our heart rate. We want to get our lungs, our hearts, our respiratory systems nice and strong. Your heart rate should go a little bit higher, but you should be able to talk. We're not going into too much intensity on this workout. But if you've got that energy, push yourself. You could go a little bit faster. Seated or standing. Move those arms a little bit more. We're going for 3 and 2 and 1. Well done. Have a second. We're going to do 3 lovely exercises to bring us back to our childhood. This is great if you've got grandchildren, if there's any children watching, get them to do this with you. I know I'm picking on Andrew today on Zoom, but he's just come back from skiing with his beautiful wife Barbara and their families. So he is still skiing. Well, his wife is still skiing and she's 80. I think it's absolutely incredible. We're going to pretend we're all skiing. My son also came back, my youngest son, from a lovely ski trip. Now, you may not have been skiing. All this is literally a movement where we're going to raise our arms and push them back down. You can go nice and slow or fast. Now, if you're able to, and you know what a squat is, because you've done my workouts before, we could even bring this down with a bend in our legs, straight back. I can see my toes. My knees are going out in line with my toes, and I'm almost pretending that I'm one of those professional, well, I'm not a professional skier, I'm probably not even doing the right form or technique, but we're going to just mimic whatever feels good. This is to have a little bit of fun. So we're going to breathe down and up. Good. Squeezing down and up. It's almost like a nice loosened movement for those arms that have worked quite hard with our band snack. Good. Andrew, I'm sure you're not impressed with my skiing right now, but the reason we're doing this is not only to work our aerobic systems, our cardiovascular health, to reduce things like heart disease, help with diabetes, our blood sugar levels. It's also to have a bit of fun. So let's go for 5. Bring a smile to your face. 4. You can do it seated. 3. In and out. Breathing in. 2. And 1. Amazing. Give yourselves a clap. Now you can tell everyone you've been skiing with Lavina. So let everyone know you can ski. I can see Vinu Uncle, another regular on Zoom. He's already marching out. You don't need to. My heart rate went quite high there. Did you feel it, everyone? A little bit of fun. So if you've never been skiing, you have now, even if it's on our virtual workouts. The next exercise, I gave a little clue there, is our swimming. My mum, Kumud Benshar, joins me every single week. Hi, Mum. She's on Zoom, and she used to swim every single week. She's a Mombasa girl, so they're brought up by the sea. With the swimming, you could add some light weights. It's up to you. It's up to your level, right? Whatever works for you. With the swimming, we could also, maybe if you're seated, add in a leg extension. Yeah, so you're tightening the fronts of your thighs, you're coordinating the movements to keep our brains fit. Yeah, exercise is so powerful for our brains. It's boosting and growing new brain cells. If you're able to balance, you can see I'm actually stepping out. I'm doing some breaststroke. Again, this is not perfect swimming, but we're just having a bit of fun with this. Good, so don't tell anyone that you can't swim, because you can swim here. Another option is to maybe jog or walk, whatever works for you. We've been moving those arms for a while. Shall we go for 3 and 2? Imagine you're in a beautiful ocean, the sun is shining, and 1, relax. Super work. Give yourselves a clap for some lovely swimming there. We're now going to do the 3rd exercise today. We're going back to being young, being free, skipping. I don't know if you like skipping when you were younger or in the playground, if we've got any kids. Wow, Vinu Uncle, I need to video you. If I could mimic him, he's, I think in his 80s on Zoom, and he is literally skipping. So that is an advanced option. You can do it seated. You could literally try and march out. Imagine that skipping rope. You could do it with a little jump, maybe bringing both feet off the ground. Does it remind you of when you were in your playgrounds as a child? Or you can go standing. So I'm showing you a few options. You don't have to run or jog. You can just walk it out. Or you can even go, obviously more advanced is a little double jump, but this is a low impact workout, so I'm going to keep it all low impact. Let's go for 5. Well done. Beautiful skipping. 4. Well done, everyone. Imagine that rope. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent work. Well done. Oh my gosh, I can see such good skipping on Zoom. Seated or standing. Well done, Aisha and Tilang. I can see you both as well. So, did you like those 3? Give me a thumbs up on Zoom if you like them. We're going to do them all again. This time, I'm going to definitely take a little clip, if I can, of some of you skipping, because I think that was just so beautiful. And we're going to do it from the top. So, does anyone remember? We are going skiing first, everyone. So, we're going to start with our skiing. Lifting the arms up. This is a nice way to stretch. If you're seated, you can even try and lift the feet off the ground. If you're standing, we can go into a bit of a squat. So I am keeping my knees back and wide. You don't have to go low. You could even just go from here, swipe the hands down. But it's quite nice to get a bit of movement, bit of freedom, let everything go. But also maybe imagine you're pulling down, going down my slopes, like my son was doing last week with school. He was on black runs. I have no idea how he's so brave. I haven't been skiing for a few years, but beautiful skiing, everyone. Can we go for a few more seconds on Zoom? I am so tempted to take a little clip of everyone on Zoom. There we go. 3 and 2. Beautiful skiing. And 1. Amazing work, everyone. Have a little breather. Have a rest, or you can march out. It's totally up to you. Everything in this workout is for you. You listen to your body. If it was too much, you just stop. You can go onto YouTube and you can build up to a little bit longer. Is everyone's heart rates, are you feeling warm? That's the main thing, yeah? So we really get into that nice aerobic zone. Probably not the higher anaerobic zone where you can't talk, but maybe if you're pushing yourself. So we're going to go for swimming again. We're sticking to breaststroke. We can add some tins or even some plastic bottles or some really light dumbbells if you've got them. Again, there's a few options here. You could lift your leg if you want to get a bit of balance in, but please be careful. That's for those that have been practicing their balance snacks every day. You could sit down and let's keep swimming. You can stop and start, everyone, if you get tired. We're really enjoying this beautiful movement, pretending we're in a lovely, hot, warm ocean. You could even just step it out if you want to. Shall we go for 5 more big breath strokes? Breathe, get that lovely expansion. 3 and 2 and 1. Bit of coordination needed there. Keeping our brains fit. Super work. With the skipping, we can add light weights. I mean, lentil bean tins are fabulous for this. If you don't want to add weights, just focus on imagining that you're skipping. We're going to either do it seated or standing, fast or slow. If you're seated, you could add a little jump in if you wanted to. Are we ready? You don't have to start yet. Take a longer break if you need it. Otherwise, when you're ready, we're going to go for about 15 to 20 seconds. I'm going to take a little clip of whoever I can see on Zoom, which is not all of you, but I'm so proud of my Zoom participants. Let's go skipping, everyone. Let's go. Pretend you're in your childhood. Beautiful. Get that rope round you. Keep your legs moving. Amazing. Well done, well done. We're going for the last few seconds. Let's go for 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Now I feel like that was a great little mixture of a cardio snack, something to remind us of our childhood, because I want exercise to make you happy, to boost your moods. Do you all feel happier? I hope so. So exercise for sanity, not vanity. It's not about how we look. We have to reframe the way we think about fitness. So we're going to go into more strength training now. Again, I'm giving you time to rest, but you can march it out if you're ready. We have a few options today. If you've done wall press-ups before, feel free to start. I've also got my chair, but I would prefer a slightly higher surface, like your kitchen island, but you could try against a wider sofa. My chair is a bit narrow, which is why I'm a bit hesitant to show you. But if you've been doing wall press-ups, and I will show you the seated option in a minute as well, but for those that are ready to progress, because I know a lot of you have done the workouts for a while, you're going to step out, and I've got a straight line. Can you see here? It's like my chair plank. So my hips aren't up and they're not too low. My stomach muscles are in, and then I'm going to try and press up. It is a lot of weight. It's your body weight. Don't do it if you're not ready. If you need a seated option, we're doing about 10 to 12 or till you fail today. So until you can't do any more, and when your form starts going, when you start doing it incorrectly, please stop. That's your limit. Seated press-ups for anyone that can't stand or can't get up right now. They're tied behind Zoom meetings or whatever it is. We can still activate the upper body. Inhale, exhale. I'm bending at my arms, pushing back against my thighs, and I'm thinking about engaging all the muscles in my upper body. Wall press-ups, I will demonstrate. Hands are about shoulder height, nice and wide. Straight line with my head to my heels. I bend the arms, I come towards the wall, I exhale as I push away. Inhale, exhale. You can make the wall press-ups nice and hard by actually moving your feet further away. So that is a great option for progression when you're ready. You've probably done about 10 already. I'm just showing you lots of options. When you're ready, rest or march it out or have a seat. So I'm going to do 2 more. I will show you these, but these were pretty difficult. And I would like a wider surface than a chair. So I don't advise you doing it on the chair. I would say do it on your sofa, your bed, or a higher table, something that's not going to move. Roll out your wrists so I can see when you're done. I can see so many of you on Zoom. Who have we got today? Geeta Auntie, Andrew, Vinu Uncle, Taruna Auntie. Well done, everybody. Can sing. My mom is circling out her wrist. Pravin Shah, Sheila Ben. Loads and loads of you that I have not got names for, but well done, everybody. Okay, so did you feel your press-ups? I'm giving you a few different options today. We're now going to do our chair plank. For those of you that can't get up, you're going to try and just sit back on your chair. This is a seated option. We're going to try and engage our stomach muscles. So here I want you to suck everything in, belly button to spine, shoulders are back, and all I'm going to do is lean back. Lean back slightly and come up. So I'm going to inhale and exhale. Now I'm doing that slowly, and I've got my mind focusing on my stomach muscles. Inhaling, exhaling. You could even hold your hands on the chair, but I want you to think about bringing yourself up. It doesn't have to be a big movement. You can practice that one. Anyone more advanced? We are going to try the chair plank, which we haven't done in a little while. So please just do body weight. It's quite advanced. Keep going on the chair if you need to. If you don't like the exercise I showed you, do some bicep curls, do some stepping, whatever works for you. Now the chair plank, my hands are directly under my shoulders. You can do this on your bed or your sofa. I step out, again, I'm trying to get a lovely straight line from my head to my heels. So my hips aren't elevated. My back is definitely not arching in. And my stomach muscles, my belly button is pushed, squeezing up like there's a rope pulling it to the ceiling. I'm squeezing all the muscles in my legs, my glutes. My hands are directly under my shoulders. Can you see that? It is quite hard. Just do a second, 2 seconds, 10 seconds. Build up gradually. I'm giving you time. Well done, lots of you trying on Zoom. We haven't done that in a while. Again, you can roll out your wrists. Breathe. Now, I do know that obviously some of you may practice yoga or maybe slightly more advanced. I don't usually show this option, but the plank is more advanced on the floor. So I'm just going to show you out of interest today because it's a good way to demonstrate the positioning. Here my hands are directly under my shoulders. I'm not lifting up like a down dog. I'm definitely not compromising my spine by arching. It's quite a subtle movement. I've even got my pelvis tilted under. I'm squeezing my stomach muscles, my pelvic floor, my glutes. I'm breathing, I'm really holding. Just for 5 or 10 seconds, I can feel all of my body engaging. It's really great for just learning how to get strong with our body weight. That is the start of our strength training. It doesn't have to be fancy, you can do a plank anywhere. How did you find it? It's quite tough. I'm giving you a bit more time today because this is quite a different exercise that we used to do right at the beginning of the pandemic, within sort of a year of doing the workouts. But I get a little bit cautious because I have so many different people joining in now that I have to give everyone lots of options. Everyone on Zoom that tried it, are you okay? Roll out your wrists. Did you do it? Did you like the seated version even? I'm going to do a last challenge with our chair. This is quite intense today on body weight training. We're going to do a burpee. Now I'm going to show you a few options. For the seated version, all I want you to do is have a bit of fun. Try and touch down and maybe reach up. You can move your legs in and out and in. You can even add in a little movement like this, seated and down. Now try not to round your back when you're touching the ground. Try and keep everything straight, shoulders set back, stomach muscles in, touch down, reach up. So you should get your heart rate up. I've thought of that new chair burpee. Do you like it? We used to also do in the pandemic a little bit of balance work, which is really hard. This was my air burpee that I used to demonstrate in my free evening workouts. So a bit more advanced, but that's a bit of balance. So be careful with that one. The one I'd like you to try, if you're not too tired today, or you can come back to on YouTube, is using your sofa or your chair, something that's not going to move again. And all we're going to do today is we're going to step out into that full plank. Hold, make sure you've got that straight line, stomach muscles are in. We step it back in and we give ourselves a clap. If you're ready if you can do a little jump, you can add in a little jump there. It's totally up to you. I'm going to make sure I've got nothing else near me, so do be careful where you're exercising. Let's go for whatever burpee you can do. I'll show you a couple of each. So if you're by the chair, I'm stepping out to that full plank, stepping back in, standing up, giving myself a clap because I deserve it. Hands are under shoulders, stepping out and in. You don't have to go fast. We're doing a low impact burpee on the chair here. How does that feel? Heart rate should be going up as well. Showing you the seated version. You could just be coming out and in and giving yourselves a clap. Down and up. Good. Shall we go for 5 more? I've got you all doing burpees of whatever shape or form you can do. You're all amazing. 3 and 2. Brilliant. And 1. Wow, well done. I can see you all. Did you enjoy that? Do you like burpees? If you say yes, then I have made mission impossible, accomplishing that mission impossible. Personal trainers always have clients that don't like burpees, but I've shown you a few ways you can do them to make it a bit easier and a bit fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Go onto YouTube and practice that if you need to. So circle out the wrists. We've got 1 more strength exercise for today. Don't think I've forgotten our lovely squats. Oh, we've got some talking there on the music. So, what we're going to do with our squats, I'm going to also give you a second option. This is more advanced. I don't expect you to change any furniture around, but I'm just moving this around. If you have the back of your chair that's not going to move, this is also a way to do some squat standing. So you can, and this is where I want you to be careful, imagine you're sitting back and down. You've got another chair behind you and you're squeezing up. You've got a bit of support there. So it's not the full standing squat. We've always got a bit of support in these workouts to make it accessible to everyone. Inhale, exhale. My knees are going out in line with my toes. I'm focusing on sitting back and down on an imaginary chair. My back stays nice and straight and I squeeze all the muscles in my legs. My hamstrings, my quads, my glutes, my stomach muscles are tight. Everyone, you could try that. That is the most sort of different version for today, a bit more advanced. For everyone else, we're going to go back to basics. So try that out, otherwise join me. Level 1 is always a simple leg extension. You can add a hold. So we can all practice this, really tighten up these muscles. Put your hands on your thighs, can you feel them tightening? Anyone that can't stand leg extensions, you can keep going with those. Anyone that can stand, but with the aid of our chair, we've got that support, knees are out wide, they never come together. I can see my toes, I'm going to lift up just a few inches holding onto the chair, I'm coming back down. I'm getting all the muscles in my legs. Now strength training is my favourite part of teaching people exercise because we want to build our muscle mass, which we start losing after the age of 30 to reduce risk of things like osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, to keep in terms of calorie burn and weight loss. Strength training, I think, is far more effective than cardio. Cardio plays a part, but we want to get strong. It's also an antidepressant. Isn't it amazing? I could go on. It's great for your blood sugar level. So that is about 10 of those, level 2. Andrew, well done. You've already started. If anyone wants to do the more advanced, you keep going. Level 3, for anyone that needs a demo, is as unaided stand. Squeezing up, exhaling, touching down slowly, coming straight back up. You go nice and slow and controlled. I've got no weights here. Level 4, which a lot of you are doing that are regulars, they've all built up, progressed to this. You could grab a weight, so you could use a rucksack even today. If you want to for the second set, and you've got a little rucksack maybe with some items in, that can be your weight. Or you can hold a safe household object. I've got a nice laundry bottle here. I'm coming up with the weight, coming down. Now you are all doing a lot of squats today. Make sure your knees are going out in line with your toes. I can actually see my toes and I'm squeezing my glutes as I come up. So I'll just show you from the side. My back is straight, squeeze up. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in as you go down. Stomach muscles are tight. Exhale. Can you feel it in your legs? As you progress with weights, gradually over time, you are going to get stronger and stronger. Relax there. Well done. Have a little breather. Now don't you feel your heart rate is high there? Everyone that's been doing those squats, can you feel your heart rate? It may even be as high, I should hope, as when we were doing the cardio exercises. This is to show you how effective strength training is. That it's building that strength, that muscle mass, but it's also getting your respiratory system working. I think it's just the best part of training you, teaching you the importance of strength training. Last 10 squats, before we stretch, we could add in a little shoulder press as we get to the top. And that's driven, use the energy from the legs, exhaling up. Your little trophies that you're holding up at the top. Well done on Zoom. That's amazing. Super work. Keep going with that. If you're seated, you could just add in a shoulder press here with your leg extension or without. You could add in 2 tins even, with or without. I do want to see everyone's squats on Zoom, so keep going if you can while I just check in on all my Zoom participants. Amazing work. Let me see if I can get you all on the gallery view there. Well done everyone. Can you give me 2 or 3 more while I take a quick clip of you all smiling away? Big smiles. Exhale, inhale. Beautiful work everyone. Well done. And 3. Keep squatting if you can. The shoulder press is your little trophy. And last one, all the way up. Well done. And relax. Wow. That should feel like a full body workout there. I hope you enjoyed it. The last thing for today is a bit of balance work. We've added a bit of balance to some of the moves already. If you can't stand, again, you can just hold out for maybe up to 10 seconds. If you can stand, you're going to come to the side of your chair. You're going to have that support because I don't want anyone falling over. And all we're going to try and do is just balance on one foot. If you're able to do it without support, we're going for 10, 9, 8. Don't worry if you stop. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. If you manage to do that straight away, you will live longer. I won't go into the research. Again, Andrew sent me that study. He keeps sending me amazing articles on my email, and it's all about the importance of balance. To reduce risks of falls, we're going to change sides. So again, you have the support of your chair, or if you're seated, just one leg out in front of you. So we're going to hold, the other leg is taking all your body weight. If you move onto your chair and you're holding it, you could even go to your fingertips. Otherwise, you could try full balance. 10, 9, 8, 7. Just reset. Hold your stomach. 4, 3, 2, 1. Doesn't matter if you fell over. I'm only joking about living longer, but it's a little bit of research has come out that if you can balance for 10 seconds, that's a great indicator for your long-term health. But don't worry if you just balance for 2 seconds. It's super hard, and you should feel that your legs, the one that's supporting you, is taking all that weight of your body. We're going to stretch now, everyone. You've done so well. There's always so much I want to talk to you about and explain, but let's stretch everything out. Our stretch snack is the most important part, so don't switch off. This is to reduce risks of injuries, to lengthen out the muscles, to increase your flexibility. I've got one leg out straight, my toes are flexed towards me, so already I can feel a lovely stretch. Then you can breathe in, lift the arms. Exhale, fall forward. You don't have to touch your toes. You can rest your hands on your shins, on your knees. Just relax the head, neck and shoulders. Deep breaths in and out. This is your 1 or 2 minutes at the end to really thank your body for everything it's managed to do today. Just the fact that you joined me, I thank you for. And that's an investment in your health. And roll up nice and slow. So do you feel that? You should feel a lovely stretch all the way down the leg. Toes are coming towards me. Other side, breathing in, lengthen the spine, lift the arms. Exhale, reach wherever feels good. Keep that leg straight, relax the head, neck and shoulders. Breathing in. Deep breaths that bring the heart rate down. 2 and 1. Excellent work. We've done a lot today, so in terms of stretching, you can always do more. You can always play a YouTube workout back. We're going to bring one arm forward, and we're going to bring the other hand above or below the elbow, and just draw this arm in. Relax that shoulder away from your ear. Look over the shoulder. Sit or stand nice and tall. Be proud of yourself. You've done so well today. And relax. Good. Other side. All the way. Just looking over if you feel like you should feel a lovely stretch here. We've done our rows. We've done those bicep curls. We've done planks. We've done press-ups. We've done burpees today. Swimming, skiing and skipping. We've done so much. So you want to really reward the body and make sure you stretch out. We're going to do our famous feel-good hug. The best, best, best. I love this one. Bringing your arms out. Arch the back. Take a positive inhale. Lift through your chin. Round the back. Give yourselves a massive hug from me to all of you. You've done so well. Lovely work. This is a great one to open out the spine. We can also do one where we put our hands in the middle of our back. So you can just literally open out the chest with all those press-ups. Elbows are trying to squeeze back together. You can do this seated even if you're tired. Deep breaths in and out. And again, let's give ourselves a final feel-good hug. Big hugs from me to all of you. Well done. Smile, releasing oxytocin, the love hormone. It should make you happy. And let's do our feel good finish. Seated or standing. I'll do it standing, but whatever works. Big positive inhale. Exhale any negative tension, anxiety all away. Bringing those arms up again for a nice final big positive inhale. Capture it all, hands together. Bring those hands down to your heart center. Give yourselves a lovely little bow. Thank you, amazing bodies. Thank you for joining me. I will see you all again next week. So please share with your loved ones. I'm trying to help as many people as I possibly can. Please subscribe to YouTube if you haven't. Go back, do another workout for me or do a little snack. Commit to one exercise.